I did something that till this very day I absolutely regret. I would never advise anyone to do this, and I hope that you can learn from the mistake that I made. I was getting a bit impatient, so I took matters into my own hands to get him to sort of like share his feelings. I must have said something along the lines of, oh, you like somebody, she likes you too, but before you get around to actually asking her out, she enters into a relationship with somebody else. What would you do? So at the back of my mind, I'm like, that ought to get him to say something. I saw like when I asked the question, his mood sort of like changed a little bit. Come Monday, he's like, oh, that he wants to talk to me about something. In the conversation, he told me that he had feelings for me. So I'm now like, okay, cool. However, the decision is not my own to make. I need to pray about it, and I would like you to pray about it as well. Like, I need to make sure that I have a conviction from God. That's the only way I'm going to enter into a relationship with you. Tell me, guys, tell me why I did not pray about it before I manipulated this young guy into sharing his feelings with me. So I prayed about it, and I'm sure you can guess that it was a huge fat no that God gave me. So I'm like, oh my God, what have I done? I shouldn't have manipulated this guy into sharing his feelings with me, because now I'm going to have to go back to tell him that I don't believe that God is giving me a go ahead, so I'm not going to be able to enter into a relationship with you. And it's just like, sometimes we try to help God, or we try to help the situation along because we get impatient, or we feel like things are moving slower than we want, and it often ends in disaster. So the question here is, if I believed that God was in control and I felt like there was a possibility that he was the one, did I not believe that God himself would orchestrate everything that needed to be orchestrated in order for it to come to its expected end, as opposed to pulling a Sarah by taking things into my own hands to try to move the situation along? And unfortunately, oftentimes our actions give the enemy ammunition to either guilt trip us or trap us into making certain decisions that are more in line with his path than God's path. So I'm sharing this because I sort of like wanted to be food for thoughts for you as well. In what ways have you been tempted to sort of like help God, or tempted to take situations into your own hands?